one of the things that is coming out of that came out of the campaign this weekend is the so-called leak that the Russians were helping Bernie Sanders. Well, then you looked over the weekend over in all the news media talking about, wait a minute, this is helping President Trump. The Russians are colluding again with President Trump, which is so ridiculous. But listen, we need to understand a couple things that mainstream media does not get. And maybe they do get it. Maybe that's why they're indicating all of this. Maybe that's why they're indicating that, wait a minute, something could be wrong. Possibly. Because look, we need to understand the economics of this a little bit. Listen, we can't seem to grasp how dependent Russia's existence is on oil and the oil industry. We can't seem to grasp that, right? All they have is the oil industry. For years, OPEC plus one, that would be Russia, OPEC plus one has been trying to destroy the U.S. oil industry. For years, they've been trying to destroy it. OPEC nations, or at least the primary OPEC nation, Saudi Arabia, came to grips with the fact that they were never going to destroy the American oil industry, and they have now been replaced by America. And they immediately began to start and think about diversification in their economy. Now, Saudi Arabia and other OPEC nations use their sovereign wealth fund to prop up their economy because they didn't have oil prices where they needed to be, all the while trying to cut oil production among the OPEC nations to try to raise the oil price up. That hasn't worked either. Russia does not have a sovereign wealth fund. They have a sovereign debt fund, maybe, but they don't have any wealth. They got Zippo, nothing. So they've got a problem. Now, one has to believe that Russia knows, along with the rest of OPEC, that if Bernie Sanders were to get elected, he's going to outlaw fossil fuel or something to that effect. He doesn't want any fossil fuel. He's already promised that. He doesn't want it. And he thinks the only way that we are ever going to get on a green energy standard is to get rid of fossil fuel. So Russia is certainly not going to support Bernie. But I also don't think, because of what has happened, that Russia would try in any way to support Trump. And if they are, it's going to be done in such a way that Trump's never going to know it. Neither is anybody else if they can help it.
Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.TV.